in sickness,
and in health,
to love,
cherish, and to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
All right. So that's one right there. So getting into this next segment, what has happened to us? So that video right there is of a young lady and a man getting married. And the pastor gets to the point where he says to obey your husband and insists she just pulls back. Yeah, she talking about, y'all didn't talk about that in the counseling sessions before the wedding. I also posted about this, something similar to this just recently, about a husband allowing, or essentially a husband covering a wife. So him having to say so as to what she's doing, where she's going, how long she's doing it, and so forth, as a married couple. So right here, two examples where we have this issue pop up. So this is my question. Listen, anybody down in the comments, drop a comment. Why does this seem like we have an issue with essentially a man being in this leadership position? Why do we seem to have an issue with obeying the husband via the vows? Why do we have a issue with a man allowing or advising what he wants his wife to do? Like, where is that coming from? So anybody down in the comments, drop a comment. Just let me know. Go ahead, Janice. We can get on into it.
I just have a question. So the man is, I guess, authoritative. He's an authoritative position over his wife. Mm-hmm. He's the ruler.
He's the head.
That's not what I said. No. Obey comes, like, when you look at the definitions of it, is to obey an authoritative person. So
yeah. He does
to obey his command.
So he okay. So yeah. So to answer that question, he is the leader.
He is the leader, which comes with authority. Leadership comes with authority.
Yeah. So
it doesn't come with I'm not going to say all leadership with authority.
It comes with authority.
So hold on. Let me give some context. Then let me get some context. So we all got leaders at our jobs. We got supervisors. We got managers. We got directors. We got VPs, executives, and so forth. Right. So they have a level of authority over the team members. Would you agree to that? Come on now, Janice. Come on.
You can't make this shit up.
We might not like it, but it is technically true.
So according to the vows, because I said I'm using the video for context. According to the vows in a marriage, she is to obey that man via those vows. Do you think it's an issue with the vows she taking? Oh, that's for you, Janice. I want to know.
I mean, I probably would have to write my own vows moving forward, but that's just me personally.
Well, you got to write your own vows.
Why not? Why would you use the white man's vows?
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Okay, but in this, hold on. But in this particular, for the sake of this particular conversation, for the sake of this particular guy, you slick with that. But for the second,
no, Johnny's trolling right now. Johnny's trolling us right now, ain't she?
I caught that.
And the comments done blew up. I gotta read it. Go ahead.
This particular conversation, I don't think it matters if the man is black or white. I think these are pretty universal. But but I think here's my thing. Like I do get why that agreeing to that. I get that why that's pretty serious, because for women it means that we're acknowledging right there in front of all of those witnesses, which is why it's in the vows. We are acknowledging right there in front of all those witnesses, regardless of how many are around, if it's 2 or 3 or whatever, but in front of witnesses, and of course, before God, we are agreeing to obey this man. So we are agreeing to come under his leadership. We are agreeing to come under his authority. We are basically agreeing, and we're in a covenant with this man, saying that we will do this. And the reason why we need to do that is because covenants are very serious, and God takes covenants very serious, which is why he instituted the first marriage arrangement with Adam and Eve. So for us, we have to understand that this particular hierarchy was established well before any of us was even alive. This was literally written into the structure of mankind, that women would be under a male's authority, right? So that's just the way it is. With leadership does come authority. We may not like it, but in theory, that's how it works. If a person is a leader over you, they have a certain amount of authority over how you do your job, over, making sure that they manage you, managing the day-to-day responsibilities that you have. That's just the way it works. And if you are the CFO of the family as the wife, you're the CFO. So you're making sure all of the things are running. You're doing the day-to-day, work of making sure that the business, as far as the administration of the family, is running smoothly. Then you can look at your husband as the CEO. That doesn't mean that your job isn't important. He needs you. You're vital to the arrangement. But that does mean that he has a certain amount of authority over the entire thing. And as women, we do have to recognize that authority. And I think that's the struggle, though. That's the power dynamic, right? That's literally the struggle between men and women right now. This is why we're seeing a lot of our relationships in the community struggle, and not just in our community, and just in general, but I have to speak to our community because I'm more closely related to what's going on in our community. And this is why we're seeing the power dynamic, right? Because as women, we feel like we've been able to achieve a certain amount of success, and we've reached a certain level in life in general, in society. So we feel like we should no longer have to be under a male's authority. But here's the thing. I would ask women, how do you want this to go? Because you can't on one side say Black women are the least protected, but then turn around and not want to submit to a man's authority. In order for a man to protect you, he has to have some authority, some say so. If you don't want to listen to that man, how is he going to efficiently protect you? He can't. Because in order for you to invite his protection and receive it and accept it, you have to first submit to it. And you're not doing that. But then you want a man to turn around and say, I'm going to protect you. How? Because you're constantly resisting. You can't even invows to a man that you say you love and want to spend the rest of your life with, say you're going to obey him.
Right.
How is he supposed to protect you then, sis? So that means when he tells you to do something, you argue about it? That's